Been wondering how long you've been gone. Still see your shadow down a side street lane. I can't ignore your smiling face, pacing through my brain as I walk on down to the local break. Oh, Father, I know where she went that day. Oh, Mother, look at rain on your face. Do you really think she was willing to run away? Oh, well, I wonder where you went that day. How long has it been since your birthday choir? 1001 day went swift and dire. I miss that way written in your eyes, dark and sharp, blue and sleek like the ocean tide. Oh, Father, don't know where she went that day. Oh, Mother, look of rain upon your face. Do you really think she was willing to run away? Oh, well, I wonder what they're gonna say. Wondering where you are was worse than being dead. She said, wondering where you are was worse than dead. Wondering where you are is worse than being dead. She said, wondering where you are is worse than dead.
The man, the myth, some would say the legend, Dave Wells. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for coming on the show. We're here at the Stag tonight. We're playing a show. It's still technically the album tour, but it has been out for some time now. How was it after a while getting those songs out into the world?
A relief, that's for sure. Big relief. No, it was good, man. You spend a lot of time writing songs, and a lot of time sort of at home wondering what you're going to do with them, and then finally piece them all together. And then next thing you know, it's out there. And once it's out there, you sort of, you feel good. Oh yeah, and then you've got to hit the road.
This is his debut solo album. You've been in bands for your whole life, essentially.
Yeah.
They say you've got your whole life to write your debut album. A lot of these songs from your younger years, or were they kind of just pieced together from the last few years, essentially?
Yeah, no, there's some songs that are like "Run Free" was quite old in my terms, because I did write it a long time ago for a bit of a farewell sort of song for a mate who was moving his life overseas. So yeah, that went back a bit. I remember playing it for the first time in my first band in Sydney in Newtown, and yeah, that was the first time I sort of debuted it to an audience. And so it was a couple of years later till I demoed it and sat down with it a bit more. And then there was probably another year or so in the studio with it. So
It was the lead single. Was that always going to be the case, do you think? Like, did that feel like the one that was going to be the big fucking Here I Am?
yeah, I think so. It felt that way. It's funny. You've got to step out of your box a little bit and go give it to someone else and say, well, have a listen and tell me what you think. And it's funny what people come back with or what they would pick as a single or whatever off the album. So, but yeah, that was the one that did come back. Yeah, that's the one to run with that one. So
It certainly worked. It got everyone talking.
yeah.
You toured the album, or you have toured the album quite a bit so far. You toured some pretty, I'd say, left of centre places. You slept in a hut for a couple of nights, is that correct?
Yeah. So Tassie was probably like my highlight of the tour, really. A lot of it was solo stuff. But how it ended up was I found a guy that did a Sunday afternoon backyard, set up his own stage, the whole bit in Nika near Hobart, and yeah, he said, I've got somewhere you can stay, I've got acoustic guitars you can borrow, and I'm just going, beautiful, yeah, this is great. I don't have to take my own gear, and so it worked out really well. And then he dragged me down to this beautiful forest at the back of his property, and I'm like, and it's funny how you picture things, right? Like where you want to stay, and in your mind, I'm thinking, this is going to be awesome. This hut's going to be spick, And I get there, and it was a man cave. Like, it was cool. Don't get me wrong, it was really cool, but it wasn't what I pictured.
It's nice, luxurious, or not luxurious, but this cool.
Yeah. And then I sort of felt a bit like, I don't know, Bear Grylls or something like that for a while. Like for about 5 minutes, I'm going, holy shit.
Did you have to drink your own piss at any point in time?
No. I didn't have to eat cockroaches either, but
You didn't have to, but you chose to.
but no, it was all good, man. And they're great people. Met some wonderful people on tour. Yeah, I'll go back and do it again. Like I'll sleep in the same hut because they're just so awesome down there. So yeah.
You mentioned you'd played most of the touring solo, which actually leads me to my next question. So well done. Do you have a preference between playing solo or, as we have here tonight, with the full band?
Not really. I think it just comes down to the gig, the venue, and yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. You've got to weigh up travel costs and all that. Yeah, all wages. Yeah, you kind of. Otherwise, yeah. I mean, so there's a lot of factors, but I don't mind it. I wanted to set it up that way anyway, and it was the same going in the studio with the album. There's all these different. I had the songs that I wanted to do, and then there's all these other tone colours that I wanted to work with. So double bass is one of them. Double bass is hard to get on the plane, unless
Anything is fucking pricey, I imagine.
right. And so doing the album with those different instruments was awesome. And then you've got to think, okay, logistics and but it was good because we can do like the show tonight. I can do a solo song with some harmonies, and then a solo song with a double bass and arco strings, and like just mix it up a bit.
Let's teach, huh?
Oh yeah, he's great. He's a great all-rounder.
It's most valuable, I would imagine. This place kind of puts its money where its mouth is and supports independent original music. How important is a place like this to an independent artist?
Oh, it's huge. I was thinking that actually, getting ready and packing the car. I was like, I missed the opportunity to do the album launch here, and we recorded the film clip Picasso's Cloud in this room. Yeah, which was awesome, and Mick and the team got me out of trouble because I had one venue and it fell through on the day. So Mick's like, have you got this room available? Is anyone hiring it out? And he goes, yeah, mate, you're right. Come in, do it. no cost, just come in and do it. And I was like, that's the sort of publican you want, you know.
Loves it. He's been fantastic to us here today as well, just letting us use this room.
Yeah. So he's got the right attitude, and he's gone in from the word go. Right, this is what we're doing. We're going to have these original touring acts coming through, and we're going to support what they do. So we'd be stuffed without it really.
It's not just support. It's not just letting you use that room. They're putting money into the venue, the sound man, the sound. It's just incredible. So
it's good to see it grow over the last 2 or 3 years as well. You know, like on the way here, like I said, I was thinking, oh, shit, it's been a few years since. It's been about 1.5 years since I've played here. It didn't work out for the launch and things like that. But yeah, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. Oh, we've got another.
Hello. Nice cameo, thank you. Do you find little gems like this, like hidden around the country? Yeah, see you, mate. Thanks for coming. Do you find little gems like this venue, like around the country, or is it something that kind of just feels like ours?
Yeah, there is. Well, it's a hit and miss sometimes. So, like I went to the Republic Bar in Hobart, and a week before I got there, they celebrated 30 years of live music, 7 nights a week. I was like, holy smoke, that's a commitment. And the gig was okay. You know, you come here and you've got a warm audience and all that.
Really, that live music could be to 2 people.
And then I did support for Steve Smythe at the Gasometer in Melbourne, and which was a great show, and that was a solo, and I was just blown away. It gave me a bit of hope because the audience there were very receptive of hearing my songs. They were tentative. They just, they were great, and they loved the songs. And for me to go to another state, another venue, travel all that way, and then have an audience like that, I was just
all you can ask for, right?
It's a hit and miss, but it's comforting and it's worth the mission. So yeah.
So tonight's show presented, I guess, mostly by Dashville. Our good dear friends at Dashville. Now they run Gumball every year. Every single year, I'd say one of the highlights of Gumball is the Dashville Progress Society. And everyone is asking, what's Wellesley going to do this year? So we've seen you make people cry with One Crowded Hour. You make people dance with Come On Eileen. Do you have much input in what you guys play?
Well, Come On Eileen this year was my first ever input. Yeah, it was my first suggestion for a song. Every other time it's been our good mate Quinny or someone in the band that's gone, oh, I'd love to do this song.
I'm taking full credit for Young Americans a few years ago. I put it to Quinny and Jono when I had a few in them, and I said, probably should do this. And then
shit, that's right. And I'm not I like David Bowie, but I'm not a fan in the sense I've got heaps of his albums or anything. But they gave me the song, and I looked at the lyrics. That was the first thing I looked at and went, oh,
fucking long, right?
Man, I've got to learn. So. But yeah, man, that was a great experience. It's always a great experience.
Is it as much fun for you? Is it as much fun as it looks like you're having on stage? Because honestly, when you're playing these shows, you're strapped to a guitar and you're kind of in place. Those shows, you're a fucking maniac, and it's a sight to see. You cannot keep you still in a DPS set.
Yeah, true. Look, I grew up playing covers. Even as a kid, I was singing to some of my favourite albums in the bedroom, even before I picked up drums and other instruments, so I remember just doing things as a kid when I was 10, just always performing and singing to the family and stuff like that. So I don't know, I think because they're not my songs maybe, and it is a particular genre and it's a different feel and
it's fun.
And it's fun, yeah. So it's good. I can let loose and just relax and give it my best. And yeah, but the coolest part is you got such a great audience in front of you, and we wouldn't be able to do it without yous. And yeah, I can sort of. It's one of those things. You feel their energy. If it's not there, then you don't put in, and sometimes you've got to put in to get back. So yeah. So that's what I enjoy about it. Yeah.
As I said, album's been out for a little bit, but it's still relatively fresh. Is there plans for a follow-up anytime soon, or what's next for Dave Wells essentially?
Yeah, good question. I guess after this gig, I've got a few things coming up, but I've just been concentrating on finishing writing this year. Had a bit of a break after the tour and then finished a lot of songs. And then I will sort of, just keep chipping away at them and just contemplating where I go next, what I do next. But I'm very keen to do another one real soon, sooner rather than later. Would be nice. There's a lot of planning behind it, but yeah, man. The songs that I've been writing, I guess I feel been in the right place. Like I feel more comfortable with the songs I'm writing now than I ever have before. So we'll see.
It's going to be a good sign, I imagine.
Yeah, it feels good at the moment. You know, like so. I hope they sort of progress as well. You know, so.
Well, look, we won't keep you long. I do try and end every interview with a question that may be a bit off centre. I certainly don't want to upset you here, but how do you feel about the allegations that you look like one Adam Levinsky?
Well, it comes with a big responsibility, but I found out recently that he's not the only one.
Another one?
Another guy I work with at school, and he's part of the P&C team, and he's one of the parents, and he told me, I come to work one day, and he goes, "Wellesley, you won't believe it." I said, "What?" I was like walking along the schoolyard, about to come into work, and someone's driven past and gone, "Wellesley!" like that, at him. So he's telling me this story, and he's just taking advantage of it, really, turning around and going, "Yeah, right on, bro!" like that.
Yeah, I'd be claiming it. I claim Meatloaf and Dave Grohl every other day. Every time someone yells it, I claim them.
Yeah, so it's all good.
You know what? Wellesley, Levinsky, this other bloke, I think you're all decent dudes.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on the show, and let's go play a rock and roll show.
sounds great,
Awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. And cut.
Ooh, you know your head. Spent my last $10 in a bottle of wine. Before I knew it, I was stepping out of time. Heading over to Jeffrey's place, running through shadows and street lights. And I know what I said just didn't shine true, 'cause I hold back my reasons like the stubborn winter's night. We could talk through this and slide to another. I said, "Baby, whoa, baby, nothing's gonna keep this soul dry. Nothing's gonna keep this soul dry. Oh, not tonight." So I found my breath on a green cigarette. Watched the girls down the kitchen, dancing off cocktail tricks, yeah. Blood winds down, thinking about youthful reminisce. And outside, the wise ones, sitting around the fire, singing old metaphors. Well, I lost a few chords, but we found an alliance of hope. I said, "Baby, ooh, baby, nothing's gonna keep this soul dry. There ain't nothing's gonna keep this soul dry. Oh, no, 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 not tonight." So I left my brain out on the back porch, between some empty glasses and conspiracy talk, yeah. Tripped on the morning light, racing towards your beating heart. You were lying there in your comfy clouds. I watched you dream, you were dancing around in that cocktail scene, and I wondered how the night could have been. I didn't open my big mouth and sighed. I said, baby, oh, baby, nothing's gonna keep this soul right. There ain't nothing's gonna keep this soul dry. There ain't nothing's gonna keep this soul right. There ain't nothing that's gonna keep this soul dry. Oh, no, 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 no. That's
So let's drink up.